Hi, my name is Carrie Roberts, and I'm shooting this video because a couple of years ago, I just felt like life was really hard, but I just felt like something was lacking. I was identifying these patterns in my life and these feelings that I had when I felt stressed or frustrated or overwhelmed. And I knew that they weren't serving me or the relationships in my life, but felt very stuck on how to overcome them. And now that I have gone through 40 years of Zen, I just feel like a whole new person. I feel like I have been reborn here. I feel like I'm more connected to who I am, who I was as a child, who I want to be now than I ever have been before. I highly recommend the 40 Years of Zen program. Before attending 40 Years of Zen, I would say my life, I felt like it was full in many ways. I have a husband and a kid and my own businesses. I have financial freedom. In many ways, it was great, but it just felt like something was missing for me. I lived a lot in this state of like stress and overwhelm. I feel like I wasn't really living in the present moment. Even if I was with my kids or with my team, my brain was often elsewhere. And I felt like I was really missing this deeper connection. What made me say yes to 40 Years of Zen is I've been on a journey the last couple of years of really just starting to want to grow in new ways and unpack maybe some of the blind spots that I have in my life. And I turned 40 this year, next week actually. So I started this year by really thinking about like what were my growth areas that I wanted to give myself this year. And a big part of it was maybe getting rid of some of the patterns or baggage that I had, that some of them I knew about and some of them I did not. And that, I think the impetus for me booking this was really that 40th birthday coming up and wanting to go into it a better version of myself. The pod sessions were really, really magical. The experiences that happened in them just felt so real. You know, I really believe I connected with my inner child and my future self and all these other versions of myself and the people that I love. And then the debriefs after the sessions, both the guide here who's helping us through it, as well as the other people participating, there was just so much vulnerability and value in those conversations and starting to stitch together these wonderful and beautiful visualizations I had or sightings that I had in the pods into a story about my life now and my future life. What has shifted the most for me is probably the sense of gratitude that I had for my life. Almost being able to see my life in a new perspective and realizing that I already had so much of what I desired. I just almost couldn't see it because it was blocked by childhood wounds or other baggage that I had. But once I was able to work through that and see the gifts in them, it just opened up the life that I'm living in a whole new way. Going forward, I feel like this will impact my life in many ways. I think probably the most important for me right now on my journey is the relationships in my life. That was really why I came here, was seeking this deeper connection with my kids, my husband, my team, friends, family. And I already feel the shifts. I'm so excited to leave here and get to kind of have these relationships with them in a whole new way. One that's just filled with love, compassion, joy, fun, and lots of connection. The main reason I would recommend 40 Years of Zen to others is I don't think there's any other way that you can have this profound of a shift in your life and in your heart and in your mind without coming here. It really is something. I've read tons of books, listened to lots of podcasts, done therapy for years, had life coaches for years, and they've all been helpful in their own way. But this is 100 times more beneficial than all the work I've done the last 20 years of life.